Hey guys, it's Bree VP. I want to start off this video by... Actually, I need lip gloss. Guys, it's Bree VP. Today's going to be a solo episode. We're going to shoot the shit. Hey guys, it's Bree VP. I want to start off this video by saying... My boss told me one time to never slander anyone or talk negative about anyone online on the internet. And...
So we're doing exactly the opposite.
No. I do want to stick to that rule because I think it's, one, if you put negative energy... Areola time! Oh my gosh!
No, was it actually?
It was on the live and on camera during that whole thing.
Did anyone call it up?
Maybe I could just blurb that. My previous boss, she told me, do not ever talk negative about somebody on the internet. And I agree for a couple reasons. One, it could come back to you. I think putting out the negative energy about someone else is going to put that negative energy out about you. Gosh. I'm not going to slander anyone in this video. This video is I'm going to list the reasons why I am glad my boyfriend cheated on me. And by my boyfriend, I don't mean one person. I mean every single boyfriend. Every single one. Let's start from the top. My first boyfriend, we met in high school. I was on a Make-A-Wish trip with my little sister, and this is me just stating my experience. This is my truth. This is not me talking negatively about him. He ended up hanging out with a girl, and am I allowed to say sloppy top? Because sloppy top isn't directly saying what... He got sloppy top while I was on a Make-A-Wish trip for my little sister. Point blank period. We broke up, and I never looked back. I had a lot of... Back then in the day, I didn't have necessarily a lot of self-worth, but I had a good head on my shoulders in terms of what I would and wouldn't tolerate. So I passed that test. See, I think in life and in relationships, you will be presented with the same person, the same test, over and over and over again until you pass. So when this happened, I think I passed that test. I broke up. Where I failed the test was that I let it bother me. I did not shut up about this for the next 6 months. I went around, I wanted to humiliate this girl. That's another part too. I was more mad at the girl than I was at him. Him I never wanted to talk to again. But this girl, I didn't even know her that well. And I literally wanted her to experience the worst embarrassment of her whole entire life. Because why? Like, we knew each other. It wasn't like we were friends, but like, come on now. So I was really mad, and I was definitely a mean girl at the time. I would take videos of her walking by. I would laugh in her face. If I was with my other friends and we saw her, we would all laugh. Like, it was definitely very much mean girl energy. My sister would like just harass everybody. So I do feel bad, and if you're watching this, I'll say, if you're watching this, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for attempting to humiliate you and embarrass you at every single opportunity that I got. Now, my next relationship was with a 29-year-old. I met him, we shared a whole summer together. I was 17, he was 29. Long story short, he cheated on me with our landlord. At the time, all I knew was that they had to do it so that we can get free rent. I'm probably going to blurt this part out. I forgave him. And then, as months went on, he comes to visit me here at college, my freshman year of college, and he decides to cheat on me and make love to my best friend.
How do we call it making love? Oh my god.
Well, I don't want to say sex. You look really good. Your makeup looks really good.
Or something.
Make love. They did the deed twice while I was at work. My best friend and my boyfriend. Now, the way I responded to that, very angry. Again, more mad at the girl because she was my best friend. But I also was really mad at him. That one hurt me for a while. Because it was my longest relationship, and I think I'm the only one that's crazy enough to date a 29-year-old when it turns out, I don't know. But my response to that was very much, I was upset. They stopped me for a while from doing what I needed to do. I went home and I went crazy. I wanted to go out and drink booze every single day of the week. It was very much self-sabotage. I wanted to take all my feelings, throw everything. I had a 4.0 my freshman year of college. I wasn't drinking. I wasn't doing this. I went home after that happened. It was just chaos. Drinking, doing this, dicking around, like just making the stupidest decisions because I didn't care. So that's how I responded to that. I failed that test. So now the same thing's gonna happen over and over again. My next relationship, a college boy, a little bit older than me at the time, and our relationship went on, and I find out he was on Tinder the entire duration of our relationship. So I never had proof that he cheated, but when I found this out, I kind of went to him and was like, look, I found out you're on Tinder. What's the deal? But I didn't come at him with anger. I gotta believe his name. So, with this college boyfriend, I found out he was on Tinder. I kind of confronted him. But this time, it wasn't with anger. And before, it wasn't with so with the high school boyfriend, I was mad. The second, my 29-year-old geriatric boyfriend, I was sad. I was very sad. When he cheated with my best friend, I was very mad. With my college boyfriend, I found out he was on Tinder the whole time. I didn't know if he directly cheated, but clearly if you're on Tinder matching with girls, what's that about? And my response towards this was just, gosh dang it. Alright, I guess we should break up, because I can't stay with someone that's on Tinder. But I wasn't mad at him. And he thought I was gonna be. And that made him shed a couple tears. Because he expected me to be livid at him. Because that's what all of his ex-girlfriends would do. They would terrorize him or do this or do that if they were mad. Me, I was just like, alright, I guess we can't be together. But I wasn't. I was like, I'm not mad at you. We can still be friends. So I passed that test.
You said pass that test.
I passed the test. Now I'm not going to meet someone again that's going on a dating app. Or I'm not going to date someone again that's going on a dating app.
Yeah, but you didn't know. You didn't know.
I didn't know. So yeah, it's hard to tell.
Like, who knows if you will?
I just don't think, I think that's how life works. I think you have to pass the test and then you won't experience it again.
Let's hope you don't experience it again. Fingers crossed.
So then, my next boyfriend, he wasn't a cheater. Was he? No, he didn't really cheat.
No.
He cheated.
Except for with, like, he cheated on
I think I should just, like, exit, because the whole point's about cheating, so I don't even,
Yeah.
I had one boyfriend who didn't cheat, but he was
Yeah.
If you guys have watched all my videos, you would know in my part 3 of my Y22K party, at one point I'm telling everyone how my boyfriend hadn't texted to wish me a happy birthday, and then it pans to text going over the video saying I am now single. So if you
Shit.
So if you saw that, if you picked up on that, you would know that when the video was filmed, I still had a boyfriend. By the time the video was posted, I didn't. And the reason is because this boyfriend, on my birthday, after this Y22K party, told me he was going to a club. We shared each other's location at the time. I said, okay, let's...
I think that already of you is very, like, I don't know, that's very, like, trusting.
For him to go to
Very
a club.
trusting, yeah, for you
Really?
guys to be able to do that type of stuff in a relationship. Clubs have a connotation,
They do have a connotation.
you know, and I know obviously you don't have to, like, hook up or anything or get obliterated if you're going to a club, but, like,
But it's also like
I
you
feel
haven't
like that's
talked
the
to me all
norm,
day.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it is a norm, yeah. But I don't want a boyfriend telling me I can't go to the club, so I can't
I agree,
even...
yeah, I agree with that.
I can't shit on that. But yeah, you're right. So I guess, yeah. I was like, okay, that's fine. Let's try to... He said he was going to call me before he leaves. Didn't. And then his location shows that he was still at the club, left the club, drove to a hotel, stayed at said hotel for 5 hours before leaving and going back to where he was living at the time.
Can I make a point? That
Yeah.
the irony of the situation is, what was the lie he told you? Not the lie, but what was the story he told you? Why he couldn't just go back to where he was actually
He
staying?
couldn't get an Uber.
And yet he drove 3 miles to this hotel somehow.
And it shows on Life 360 is crazy. I love Life 360.
Life 360 is a killer, bro. It'll tell you.
Is a little.
It will destroy your dreams, but it'll give you the truth, bro.
Yeah, if there's one
It'll
thing Life
give you the
360
truth.
does, yes.
Yeah, it's truthful.
It showed the speed that the car was going, the average speed, 39 miles an hour, I remember. And he was there for 5 hours, leaves the next morning. Oh, yeah, we just spent the night. I can't even change my voice. I'm like adding him. I'm like, I'm not going to make anyone's identity show.
South African accent.
Fucking
Shithead.
no, I'll bleep that out. But whatever. So yeah. So the next day, I was like, well, I need to talk to you. I was a little upset about that. And he said, yeah, I need to talk to you too. We have some stuff to talk about. We both mutually decided that I didn't really believe what he said, but I had no reason not to because I had no proof. We kind of settle it there, and my test now was how I reacted to it. So instead of, and like my previous college boyfriend, after that happened, it's not even that I wasn't mad at him, it's that my life kept going. I didn't stop, I didn't self-sabotage, I wasn't upset, I wasn't crying. And although those things are good, cry for a day, cry for a couple days. It's good to have your sad days. Obviously, girls, we get emotional. However, I didn't let it affect me as much as I would in the past. So with this current relationship, I kept going. I had to edit my Y2K party. I kept filming. I have something to focus on every single week. I have something to look forward to, which is something I never really had before. So even though that happened, I kept it rolling. I didn't care. I didn't let any of it stop me. Would you agree?
I would agree with that.
You would, right?
No, that's the thing. It's like you know, like, I know you were definitely, it was on your mind. How could it not be? But you definitely like prioritized, you know, the future. What's happening now? What you need to do and stuff. Like,
there's nothing I could have done about the situation.
Exactly. Yeah.
So I try not to dwell on it.
And you know that it wasn't a you thing. It's a him issue and stuff. And so I feel like that kind of like, also just knowing what's gonna happen is gonna happen.
I remember having the conversation. I was with Jordan and Annie, and we were in Walmart. We were at McDonald's, and I get out of the car to have this conversation, and we kind of decide that we're like done. And I was like, I say out loud, I'm like, well, I feel great, and he's like, I don't. And I was like, well, I probably, you know, I think I feel great right now, and maybe I won't in the future. And he's like, oh, I'm usually the opposite. I feel really bad, and then it starts to get better over time. But even though I thought that was going to be the case, I still have felt great ever since. I have. That's not it. My life has kept going. Mm-hmm. All good things. With this, I think I passed the test in terms of no matter if somebody cheats on you or not, no matter if somebody does this or not, you got to keep going. You got to keep pushing. Because it has nothing to do with them. It has nothing to do with you, why they did what they did. And people always said that I didn't really comprehend, and another lesson that I learned is that you are the only person in control of your own mind. So whether or not someone cheats on you, whether or not somebody steals from you, robs you, does anything negative to you, it's up to you how you react to it. Because somebody could cheat, and one person is going to be destroyed for a month, not be able to do anything, be in bed.
Not you. You just go, not me.
But another person, hey, okay, does that sound bad?
No, this video just, not me. That's the point.
And I hope my future boyfriend sees this video, because I want him to know I'm good. I'm at the point right now where I am good with myself. If I have somebody and he can add to my life, that's good. But let's say he's not in the picture, he
If
leaves,
he's-
he this.
If he's
I have to blurp that out. You look really good.
blonde. If he's blonde.
I'll be good. I'm at the point now where I passed all these. I can't look at you. As soon as we look, you gotta kill it. I'm good. Right now, I am good, and I want everyone who watches this video to be inspired and to know, although I'm at this point, I had to go through trials and tribulations to learn how to get my mentality to this point. So if you're not there yet and someone cheats on you and you are destroyed, it's not your fault. Been there, done that. I've been destroyed. Destroyed. Can't get up. I'm told, like, Great Depression times 1,000. I've been there. Yes, Jordan.
Do you have any advice for cheaters? Kill yourself.
Do I have any advice for cheaters? I would say,
Like if you could just say something to any of those people now.
I would say just be honest. If you cheated, just tell them you cheated and move on. If you like the girl, go continue to see the girl that you cheated with. If you don't, then cut that off. Stop talking to both of them and find someone new. People say you always have to go back to yourself and make yourself better. I think that's true, but at the end of the day, the number one thing I would say is just be honest with the person. Say, look, whether or not you want to say I cheated, I found someone else, I made a mistake. But yeah, if you're watching this, don't get too hard on yourself. If you do get cheated on, cheating sucks. It does. Because it also makes you think that you're not good enough or that someone else has something better than you. And that's not the case. Because even if you do everything perfectly, if he wanted to, he would. He would. He would. People always say, find a hobby. And that would used to go through one ear, out the other. So I'd be like, my hobby's smoking kush. My hobby's drinking booze. Hobby, schmobby. Obviously, I go to school, that's my hobby. I don't have time for hobbies, but once I took the time and started editing my YouTube videos, that's become my hobby. I've been filming since whenever, but I never really considered that a hobby because I just considered that a part of everything that I do. Once I started dedicating the time to edit and post videos, that's my hobby. That's something I enjoy doing. That's something I set aside time for. So someone hits me up and says, oh, I want to do this tonight. Sometimes I have to prioritize my hobby and say, look, I have to edit tonight because that's something I need to do. I have to keep doing to make me happy. So if you have something like that, whether or not you want to edit videos, whether or not you want to paint a picture every day, you want to play a sport every day, it's important to have that because then nobody can take that from you. No matter how someone treats you, you'll still have that. I think I'm going to leave it at that. Find your hobby. If you can, find your passion. I know it's hard. It's a general thing. It's like, you know, I'm not a motivational speaker. I don't have the best advice ever, but from what I've gone through, I've learned this, and I wouldn't be where I am right now if I hadn't gone through all those things. So if you do get cheated on, just know there's a light at the end of the tunnel. Go through the Great Depression.
Thank you, next.
Thank you, next. Thank you, next. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm so grateful for every single person that clicks on a video every single day. Like, comment, subscribe if you want to. Please donate to charity and do those things. Donate to this charity. Help me keep going. Help
That's
me.
such a hollow sound.
And I'll see you guys next Wednesday.